the person you trust the most was already planning your downfall, that the love of your life, the one you vowed to grow old with, was laughing behind your back, spinning a web of lies while looking you straight in the eye. This story will shatter your perception of trust and expose the dark, merciless side of revenge. Drop a comment below with where you're watching from, and if you love stories that grip your soul, subscribe to the channel now. The air was thick, suffocating with the scent of deception. Ethan Carver sat in his car, hands gripping the steering wheel so hard his knuckles turned white. He had followed her before, but tonight was different. Tonight he wasn't just looking for proof, he was hunting for the perfect moment to strike. He watched as she parked outside a hotel, stepping out in a dress that wasn't meant for him. Then the shadow of another man, a stranger in name but not in her arms, emerged from the dim glow of the lobby. They didn't hesitate. They kissed, laughed, vanished inside. Something inside Ethan snapped, but it didn't explode. It calcified, turned razor-sharp, cold as steel. He didn't rage, he planned. Because justice isn't served in fury, it's served in silence, with a smile so calm it sends shivers down the spine. The next morning, he kissed her forehead as she slept, whispered a soft, "I love you," and slipped out of bed. But love was dead now, buried beneath the weight of his vengeance. By nightfall, her perfect little life would unravel like a corpse wrapped in silk. Ethan spent hours setting the stage, each move precise, like the careful strokes of an executioner sharpening his blade. Bank accounts drained, just enough to send her spiraling into paranoia. Her emails, leaked, dripping with carefully curated lies, turning friends into foes and bosses into enemies. Her lover, well, he was about to get a taste of Ethan's masterpiece too. Then the grand finale. That evening he set the perfect trap, a romantic dinner, just like old times. But when she arrived at the candlelit table, her breath caught in her throat. The place was packed, but at her table, a nightmare made flesh, Ethan, her lover, and the lover's wife, all waiting, watching. She faltered, hands trembling, heartbeat thundering in her ears. She looked to Ethan, then to her lover, then to the woman whose world was about to implode. Panic clawed at her throat, but no words could save her now. Ethan leaned in, his voice as soft as silk, but sharp as broken glass. "I thought we should all meet. After all, we've been sharing so much." Silence gripped the room. The walls seemed to shrink, pressing in, suffocating. Her lover stammered, sweat glistening under the dim chandelier light. The other woman, eyes wide, face frozen in a mask of devastation. Then the final dagger. Ethan slid an envelope across the table. Inside was not just evidence of her betrayal, but something far crueler. A letter from their daughter. A letter dripping with the innocence of a child who believed in fairy tales, who still thought forever was real. A letter that would haunt her until her dying breath. She broke, right there in front of everyone. Tears spilled, hands shook, a whispered, "Ethan, please," escaped her lips. But mercy had no place here. Ethan stood, his voice steady, lethal. "This was your choice, and now this is your consequence." And then he walked away, leaving behind the shattered remains of a life she had set ablaze. Moral: betrayal is a blade that cuts both ways. But revenge is the slow burn of justice that leaves scars deeper than any wound. Before you deceive the one who loves you, ask yourself, is the momentary thrill worth the lifetime of regret?